Hi everyone, and welcome to another reading vlog for Vlogoween slash Spooktober. I just got home from work. Hopefully the heater in the background isn't too loud, but yeah, I just got home from work. It is the 24th of October. I haven't actually done a reading vlog in like a week because frankly, I just haven't really been reading. So if you watched my last reading vlog, you'll know that I am still reading Blood and Honey. This is the second book in the Serpent and Dove series, and I've explained this series so many times on my channel, so frankly I'm not going to explain it again in this vlog. You can Google it if you want to learn what it's about, or just watch basically any of my other videos. But I think I'm about 260 pages into this book, so I'm about at the halfway mark. Maybe even a little bit more. So I'm really hoping, and I might be setting myself too high a goal here, but I'm really hoping to finish this before the end of tomorrow. Because then there's one other book, actually two possible books, but I'm only going to get to one, that I want to finish before the end of the month. And at this point, we only have like a week left. So that's the goal, is to finish it before the end of tomorrow. So this is basically probably going to be like a 24-hour reading vlog. That's if I actually complete it in time. If not, then it will be longer. But yeah, that is the goal for right now. But I'm just going to kind of chill for the rest of the night and read a little bit. I'm hoping to get a lot of my reading done tomorrow because I have off of work. So yeah, that's all for right now, and I will probably update you again in the morning. So it is now the next day. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, which doesn't surprise anybody. Oh, wow, he just looks... Oh, excuse you. Sorry, my tripod is a little bit broken, but Mickey Mouse just looks a little unwell in the background. Anyways, I just got done filming a video. I did do some reading this morning. I only read up to page 302, so I didn't get very far. I think this is about 520 pages, so doesn't look like I'm going to be finishing it tonight, but maybe I can finish it by tomorrow night? We'll see. I'm still super loving it. Is it weird to say that the romance in this book kind of gives me the same sort of romance vibes that Mulan 2 gives me? Hopefully that's not like a spoiler, but I just feel like there's very similar things happening, like just strictly involving the romance. Like the rest of the story of Mulan 2 has nothing to do with this book, but the way that the romance is in that book and the way that things are going for the romance in this book, just, they give me the same kind of vibes. So yeah, anyways, if you hear my computer fan in the background, it's because my computer cannot handle iMovie for whatever reason, and this is a new computer too, so I don't know why they're all just not compatible with iMovie apparently. But yeah, I'm currently editing a video. I had to film another tag video because I fell really far behind again in my Vlogoween videos, and I'm genuinely like so upset tonight. Sorry that this is just gonna be like a bummer clip, but I'm just like so disappointed in how this month ended up turning out. Like so many things happened that I didn't expect to happen, and like there were so many books that I wanted to read this month, and as of right now, I've only finished 2 books, and I'm just working on my 3rd one right now, and hopefully I'll be able to get a 4th one in, but it's like over 1,000 pages, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. But on top of that, I feel like all of the usual like Halloween activities that I would do, I haven't done, like even just watching movies or like going to a pumpkin patch. Not that that's a thing that we can really do this year anyway because of the Rona, but like just I haven't really watched any creepy movies. There was not much that I've done, and I feel disappointed. I feel like I've wasted the month of October, so that's how I'm feeling tonight. Maybe some of you feel the same way. Yeah, so that's basically all. I might update you again later tonight after I read for a little bit, and we'll see how far I get in the book tonight. So it is now the next day, and you guessed it, I just got home from work, so it is almost 8 o'clock in the evening. Today was a very long day at work. It wasn't actually longer than any of my other days, it just actually felt so long. Like I texted my mother, I haven't even been here an hour, and it feels like the day should be over already. So, but it was just an 8-hour shift like any other days, but for whatever reason it felt super long. Unfortunately, but not surprisingly, I did not get super far into my book last night. I am on page 360, and like I said, this book is about 530 pages, so I've got that much left to read. And unfortunately, I have a horrible headache right now, so I'm gonna have a little iced coffee and see if maybe like the caffeine right before bed will make my head feel a little bit better, and then I'm really going to try and read this book tonight. I keep saying that and it keeps not happening, but tonight I'm really gonna try and read it, and hopefully I will have the book finished sometime tomorrow, but at this rate, we're just gonna have to see what happens. So it is now the next day. I just got home from work and changed into my PJs. Don't mind this thing on my chin, but I am 60 pages away from the ending in this book, so no time to chit-chat with you. I'm going to get to reading. So, I just finished Blood and Honey. It took me way too long to read this book, but nonetheless, I am finished with it now. I am super tired, so I'm sorry if my thoughts are kind of delirious, but despite the fact that it took me a really long time to read this book, I really love this series. I cannot wait for the third book to come out, and I'm so sad that I have to wait a while because I know that the first and second book are just going to leave my memory by the time the third book comes out. But this is probably my favorite series that I have read in 2020. And the couple in this book, I love their dynamic so much. They're definitely one of my favorite book couples, but also like just Lou as a main character is one of my favorite characters ever. Like I don't even really know if you would consider this to be a YA or adult book. I thought the first one was YA, but this one had a lot of pretty strong language in it. So I don't know if maybe you would consider this to be an adult book, but nonetheless, Lou as a main character, she's not like your typical like YA main character. And you know how like some characters are presented as being that? It's like, I'm not your typical, teenage girl, and like, but they're like every YA main character ever. She is not like that. She is like hilarious. She's got these great one-liners. She's just like a kick-butt female character, but she's also kind of like, what is the word that I'm looking for? Sometimes she doesn't really think before she does stuff, so it just makes it like that much more kind of realistic, and I just really love her as a main character, and I love her and the love interest together. I think that their dynamic is super cute. So yeah, that is my third book for the month completed. So now I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll see what challenges this completed. So I think the first challenge I'm going to use this for is the silly costume challenge, which is to read a funny book because, like I said, the main character definitely has some funny one-liners, and just the book in general, like all the characters have some pretty funny lines. And then also the punch bowl challenge, which is to read a book with a character who fights. Basically, everybody in this book is in a fight with each other, whether that's a verbal fight or a fight with magic or a physical fight or something like that. So then I think the only other challenge that this works for is Hang Out with the Pets, which is to read a book with an animal on the cover, because as you can see, this book has a snake on the cover, and I'm pretty sure you would consider that to be an animal. So yeah, I didn't complete a whole lot of challenges, but I think I could have completed some of the other challenges that I had completed with other books. So I only have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 challenges left to complete, which I'm definitely not going to be able to complete them all, but I think I may be able to complete one more challenge before I end this vlog. So one of the challenges is the Trick or Treat challenge, which is where you pick a book that you know you're probably going to love, and then you pick a book that you think you'll probably hate, and then you flip a coin to see whether you're going to read the trick or the treat. So I really like this challenge, and I wanted to use this to decide what book I'm going to pick up next. So the one that I have for the trick, which is the book that I think I'm probably going to hate. Now obviously I don't think anybody's going to really read a book that they think that they'll hate, but I think there's a pretty good chance that I'm probably not going to love this book, and that is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. And the reason I think I won't like this book is because while I was a really big fan of the Twilight saga originally, like 7 years ago or something when I read it, I then tried to read I actually did try to reread Twilight at one point. I think in 2016 I tried to reread it, and I don't even know if I got 100 pages into the book, and then I put it down, and I never talked about it on my channel or anything because I was kind of upset that I wasn't as into it the second time around. Then I read Life and Death, and I hated that book. So I just don't really know if this book is going to be for me. So we're going to use this for the trick portion of this challenge. And then the treat is going to be a very big treat, and that is It by Stephen King. I have read 3 other books by Stephen King, and I enjoyed all of them, so I'm pretty sure this one will be no exception, except that it is over 1,100 pages, and there's only about 4 days left of the month of October, so the chances of me finishing this before the end of the month, or Midnight Sun for that matter, because that's also a very big book, is pretty slim. But yes, now I should probably find a coin, and then we can flip it and find out which book I am going to read. This is like a really uncomfortable angle, but usually I have a stack of books on my nightstand, and the stack is kind of short as of lately, so you're just not as up high as usual, and it's just, I'm like all kind of hunched over to be in the frame. But time to flip the coin. Found a coin. So the way that I'm going to do this is if it lands on heads, that's the trick, and I have to read Midnight Sun, and if it lands on tails, that's the treat, and I read it. So here goes nothing. I don't even really know how to flip a coin, so this might be a little embarrassing. Okay, wait, why can't I figure this out? Alright. You know what? That wasn't a good one. We're going to try again. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to try one more time. This is embarrassing. Okay. Pretend like that didn't happen, and we're going to start again. Okay. Please, just flip properly. I want to go to bed. Alright, here we go. Oh, you know what? We're just going to go like this and see what happens. Oh, tails. I'm going to be reading it. I'm sorry I cheated, but you know what? I just really don't want to read Midnight Sun right now. So I'm going to start It by Stephen King, probably not tonight because I have to edit this vlog and upload it so that it can finally go up tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to bed. But I'll probably start this in the morning. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this reading vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
You hear that, Samson?